Good morning, sir. Yes, sir.
Good morning, sirs.
No.
Good morning. How are you?
We are fine.
Yeah. Good morning.
Morning, Father.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Hey, good morning. John.
Yes, sir.
Agenda item number 2, ratification of appointment of Karim.
Yes, sir.
Hey, the writing is kind of a bit messed up. Is that? Let me check, maybe the one I printed is not very good. Okay with me. Maybe it's okay with the one that is sort of. Still the same.
Is
So, on the agenda is application for the appointment of the secretary who was retiring or. What it is?
no, maybe what you printed was a bit under the, because what we have here printed is a ratification,
A bit not, okay.
a ratification of the appointment of Mr. Karen Dion as a non-executive director.
In accordance with section 8. Okay, that's fine. I think I can meet.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So where are we now? Everybody else now? And the attendance in terms of all the board members and then the representatives of shareholders.
Yes, sir.
Process.
Yes, sir, and the regulators. The regulators also present. We have NICOM and Atlas physically. And we have SEC and NSC by Zoom. They are participating by Zoom.
Mr. Chairman, Company Secretary, just to inform that the director, Mr. Bach, is
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Chairman, we have the requisite quorum for this meeting, and I think I commence with the national anthem.
Okay, we can comment, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Distinguished shareholders, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to the third annual general meeting of Super Assurances Nigeria PLC. The quorum required for this meeting is 25 persons. Present in persons who like us. And the company secretary has informed me that we have the required quorum to commence the meeting. The time now is 10:09 a.m. Therefore, I have great pleasure during this meeting. I would like to introduce the rest of our directors. We have first Mr. Samuel Ulu, Managing Director, CEO. Our Executive Director. People that have joined the other board members are Ms. Tanzia Marjala, Mr. Kudle Pando, Mr. Karim Dion, Mr. Philip Aigo, I hope I haven't everyone. Anyone.
Mr. Odubajo is physically present, sir.
And Mohammed Clark, who is shortly going to join us.
Mr. Chairman, there's Maruando Bangaria. Physically present.
Mr. Lambert, yes. Before I call the company secretary to read the notice convening the meeting, I wish to inform all members that the register of directors holding is available for inspection during the meeting in accordance with section 275(8) of the Companies and Other Matters Act. capital C20 LFN 2004. I now call the secretary to read the notice and reading the meeting.
Good morning, directors. Good morning, shareholders. Good morning, my regulators. Notice of 33rd Annual General Meeting of members of SUNU Assurances Nigeria PLC. Notice is hereby given that the 33rd Annual General Meeting of members of SUNU Assurance Nigeria PLC will hold by proxy on Thursday, 6th of August, 2020 at 10 a.m. at plot 1196, Bishop Oluwole Street off Akiadeshola Street, Victoria Island, Lagos, for the purpose of considering and if deemed fit to pass and approve with or without modification the ordinary and special resolutions set hereunder in the manner required by the company's memorandum and articles of association, the Companies and Allied Matters Act Cap C20, laws of the Federation, and the listing rules of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Ordinary resolutions that will be passed in the course of the meeting are: 1. To present the consolidated audited financial statements of the company and its subsidiaries as approved by the board of directors of the company, together with the reports of the directors, audit committee, and external auditors of the company for the year ended 31st December 2019. 2. To ratify the appointment of Mr. Karim Frandion as non-executive director of the company in accordance with clause 78 of the company's members. 3. To re-elect by way of single resolution the following persons who would retire as not himself for re-elections are: the chairman, Mr. Kari Abba Buka; the vice chairman, Mr. Zed Ajaro; and another non-executive director, Mr. Ibikule Balogu. 4. To re-elect members of the company's audit committee to hold office until the end of the next annual general meeting. 5. To authorize the directors to fix the remuneration of the external auditors for 2020 financial year. The only special resolution approved by CSC is to approve the remuneration of directors of the company for 2020 financial year. I will only take one item under the notes, and I will crave the indulgence of shareholders to consider other items as read. In view of the government directive on physical distancing and the restriction on the maximum number of people in every gathering due to the COVID-19 pandemic, attendance shall only be by proxy. A member entitled to attend and vote at this meeting is advised to appoint any of the proxies listed below, and their names are: Mr. Kari Abba Buka as chairman, Mr. Simon Rubodo as the managing director, chief executive, Chief Timothy Adebore, Lagos Zone Association, Dr. Adelade Keide Eluwinde, Lagos Zone, and Chief Matthew Akinlade, President, Nigerian Solidarity Shareholders Association. By order of the board, I take other items as read, with your permission, sir.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, Chair, sir.
The next item is the chairman's statement, and I would want to say that the chairman's statement is, if you will permit me, is from page 10 to 15 of the 2019 annual report and accounts, which have already been circulated. We shall then complete the statement as read in order to give sufficient time to attend to other business of this meeting.
Taken as read.
Taken as read.
Taking as read, Mr. Chairman.
It's taken as read now.
I now call upon the representative of the external auditors, SIA Partners, to read the report of external auditors, which had been circulated to members with the accounts for the year ended 31st December 2019. Note that's page 39 to 42 of the 2019 annual report and accounts.
Good morning, the chairman. Good morning, other directors and shareholders representatives. My name is Joshua Ansa, and I'm being joined here in this meeting by one of our staff, Mr. Yolade Olatunji. We are all of SIA Group Chartered Accountants. We were the auditors that were appointed to audit the accounts of Suno Assurances for the year ended 31st of December 2019. And the report we have sent earlier has been circulated to members. Is on the booklet from page 9 to 42. And we would believe that everyone has a copy of our report. So, Chairman, if you would permit me and other directors, please, and shareholders representatives and other representatives, if you would permit me, I will take just our opinion and the basis of our opinion, and then I'll go to the last paragraph. If that is permitted, then I will. But if not permitted, then I will have to read.
Yeah, permitted. Permitted.
Permitted. Please, if you also permit me to, because you permit me to share the screen so that I can bring up our report on the screen.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Opinion is on the shared on the screen now. So I will take, I'll read first, second paragraph, and then the last paragraph. Independent auditors report to the shareholders of Suno Assurances PLC. Report on the audit of the consolidated financial statements for the year ended 31st of December 2019. We have audited the consolidated financial statements of Suno Assurances PLC, the company, and its subsidiaries, all together the group, which comprise the consolidated statement of financial position as at December 31, 2019, and the consolidated statement of comprehensive income, consolidated statement of changes in equity, and consolidated statement of cash flows for the year ended, and notes to the consolidated financial statements, including a summary of significant accounting policies. In our opinion, the consolidated financial statements give a true and fair view of the consolidated financial position of Suno Assurances PLC and its subsidiaries as at 31st of December 2019, and of its consolidated financial performance and consolidated cash flows for the year ended in accordance with international financial reporting standards, IFRS, applicable, and in the manner required by the Financial Reporting Council Act 2011, Companies Allowed Act, C 20 2004, the Insurance Act 2003 of Nigeria, the Investments and Securities Act 2007, and the relevant NICOM segments. Basis of our opinion. We conducted our audit in accordance with the International Standards on Auditing (ISAs). Our responsibilities under those standards are further described in the auditor's responsibilities for the audit of the consolidated financial statements section of our report. We are independent of the group in terms with the International Ethics Standards Board for Accountants Code of Ethics, professional accountants, and the IDA group, and we have fulfilled our other ethical responsibilities in accordance with the IDA group. We believe that the audit evidence we have obtained is sufficient and appropriate to provide a basis for our opinion. Now we moving to the last paragraph. Okay. Sorry about that. Report of other legal and regulatory requirements. Contravention of regulatory guidelines. The company did not contravene any law and regulation during the year. Compliance with the requirements of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2004 and Nigeria Insurance Act 2003. The Companies and Allied Matters Act and Nigeria Insurance Act requires that in carrying out our audits, we consider and report to you on the following matters. We confirm that we have obtained all the information and explanations which, to the best of our knowledge and belief, were necessary for the purpose of the audit. In our opinion, proper books of accounts have been kept by the group so far as appears from the examination of those books. The group's statement of financial position and profit or loss and other comprehensive income are in agreement with the books. This report is signed by Joshua Ansa on behalf of SIA. Was signed on the 20th of February 2020.
Thank you, Joshua. I now call on the chairman of the audit committee to read the report of the audit committee, which has been circulated to members of the account for the year ended 31st December 2019, date 38.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, distinguished members of the Board of Human Assurances PLC, regulatory authorities hereby present, and my distinguished leaders of various associations who took time and the risk of this COVID-19 to be presently available for this important meeting, and other distinguished shareholders who might be watching us. Good morning. Our report is on page 38 of the annual report. Report of Audit Committee for the year ended 31st December 2019, Civil Assurances Nigeria PLC. In accordance with the provision of Section 359, subsection 6 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act C20, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria, 2004, we have received the audited financial statements of the company and its subsidiaries for the year ended 31st December 2019, and thereby report as follows. One, the audit committee met in exercise of its statutory responsibilities in accordance with section 359, subsection 6 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act, Act 620, laws of the Federation of Nigeria, 2004. Two, we have examined the auditor's report and findings and recommendations on management matters. We are satisfied with management responses thereof. Three, the accounting and reporting policies of the company and the subsidiaries are consistent with legal requirements and agreed ethical practices. Four, the company and its subsidiaries maintain effective systems of accounting and internal controls during the year. Five, we are satisfied that the management is aggressively pursuing the goals and objectives of the company and its subsidiaries. This report was dated 17th of February 2020 and signed by me, Mr. Samuel Adedoye, a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, as the chairman of the audit committee. Other members of the audit committee are Mr. Yinka Olumide, Oba Ajadi Epina Olariwaju, Mr. Ikikule Balogun, Mr. Olariwaju Ogunbanjo, Mr. Mohammed Ba. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Copies of the report and accounts have already been circulated. I formally lay before the meeting the audited consolidated financial statements as of 31st December 2019, together with the reports of the auditors and directors thereof. I, Managing Director and CEO, and other members of the board would be pleased to come on the report and accounts before we proceed.
So we have one of the pros raising his hand up for some pressure, sir.
Okay.
The chairman, board members, regulatory authorities, and my colleagues shareholders, good morning. My name is Matthew Akinlade, the president of Nigerian Shareholders Association. First of all, I want to congratulate the board members for swimming through the difficult year of 2019. I know a lot of things happened that impeded growth of business. It was an election year, and there were so many other disruptive tendencies that were able to swing through. It means we are focused and we continue to look for the best way to run the business by being innovative. So I say congratulations. Few things I just want clarification on. We talk of in the chairman's statement, we talk of share reconstruction, and that we are awaiting approval from SEC and NSE so that we can convert the bond of Peru to ordinary shares as part of the process of meeting Nikon's new capital requirements. The question one, have we obtained the consent of Peru for this conversion? And if we have, I look at Daewoo debt, it's about 3 billion naira. And my feeling is that will that take us to where we're supposed to be by December 31st? I know Nikon has split it into two. What you have to meet by December 31st and what you have to meet by September 30th. Will that Daewoo loan alone take us to where we are expected to be? Currently, I look at your equity as of December 2019, it's about 4 billion, 3.99 something. That's the net equity. And I know that our accumulated retail loss stand at about 5.3 billion as at the end of that year. And that has really brought down the net equity. So where are we supposed to be as of December? Are we already top to there? Because by now, the picture should be clear if we are going to get there. The second issue I want to raise is that if you look at page 16 and 17 of the annual report, we have beautiful pictures there. But there's one thing unique about those pictures. Out of 9 directors, only 1 is a female. Similarly, out of 8 members of management team, only 1 is a female. And don't worry in terms of gender diversity. What are we doing to have more balancing than currently have? The third question is related to what you have on page 20, the shareholding structure. The major shareholders, if you look at their total holding, is 72.5%. And they are all represented on the board, I believe. The question is, who is the representative of the minority shareholders with 27.5%? I believe they deserve to be represented. And I think the board should consider it to have representative of minority shareholders. And if we want to do it transparently, we should go through the process of asking major shareholder association to nominate credible people for the consideration of the board. You can obtain like 3, 4 people, and the nomination committee, if you have anything like that, can then interview them and look at them. We have good people that can be on the board, that we add value. So we need to look at it that these 27.5% should have representation at the board level. When I look at page 24 of the annual report, I look at, we have 9 members of the board, and they all attended the 5 meetings held in the year. I say kudos to you. It means you are all devoted to the cause of the company, and I think we should keep it up so that we can effectively carry out our mandate, the oversight function of the board. Similarly, attendance at the committee meetings were also excellent. Looking at 27 to 30. I specifically want to commend all the committee members who attended all the 5 meetings held in the year. It's quite commendable, and I think we should keep it up. Another thing that impressed me about Sunu is the level of disclosure, which is, for me, you are even doing more than the Code of Corporate Governance is asking for. I look at the 34 to 35. Disclosure on remuneration of directors and committee members, audit committee, you disclose everything. It's great. It's great. And I think it's something that other companies should share as a model and do the same thing. On page 118, note 43, other operating expenses. In total, it went up from 1.1 billion to 1.3 billion. But looking at specific items, diesel and electricity went up from 118 million to 138 million. A number of companies are looking at alternative source of energy. And I think if we look at it too, it can help our company to reduce the loss. People are looking at solar energy. At the head office here, there's nothing wrong with you. If you use solar, it's a lot better than buying diesel on a regular basis. It's something you want to look at. Another item on that heading is rent and rates. I couldn't understand it. From 26 million, it went to 410 million. We open branches elsewhere and we have to rent new places. Chairman, sir, I thought Chairman was supposed to be okay. All right, okay. Another expense heading is printing and stationery. A lot of organizations are moving towards paperless office. The printing and stationery we are talking about, we talk about 8 billion the previous year, and then we more than doubled it, going to 17 million. So we need to look at it. Also, the finance cost from 186 million the previous year, it went to 273 million. It's substantial increase. But something I could see there is the structuring fee It's unique. 115 million that is classified with finance company. I don't wonder if that's the appropriate classification we should give it. And restructuring, I just wonder again what we have done on restructuring. So I spent 415 million. What to do, they are still not yet done. So what will we spend this 115 million on? So I look at the interest, the table loan. We are going to be better off if table loan is converted to equity as you are proposing. Because in this era of devaluation and a lot of things around foreign exchange, it will continue to cost more for as long as it remains low. So if we can convince them to have equity holding, that would be great. On page 127 of the annual report, I look at the 5 years summary, and I see that in the past 5 years, in fact, our gross premium has declined when we compare with what it was 5 years ago. Also, in the past 5 years, if you look at earning per share, it continues its negative all through. How we have to think out of the box. How are we going to get out of loss making so that we can start giving returns to our investors? Because they invested money in order to have return. So for as long as we are not giving them return, that's a challenge. I look at the booklet on unclaimed dividend. There have been a lot of names here, which means in the past, this company has been paying dividends. But in the past 5 years, the story is different. So the management, I will challenge to find a way of promoting our brand and have a quantum jump in gross premium. Gross premium of about 3 billion for the group, 2.2 billion for the company. That will be re-strategized. I know it's not very aggressive to run any business. I've been involved before. I know what it is. That probably the occasion the MD will have sleepless night thinking on how to bring the business up. But all the same, until we achieve results, we cannot rest on our oars. I wish you all the best, and I wish you success in 2020. Thank you, and God bless.
Mr. Chairman, yes.
Fellow shareholders, representative. My name is Chintito Agegwe, member of the Legal Zone Shareholders Association. Just like my colleague, Stadium Akilage spoke, I have also gone through the accounts, and a few areas of the accounts call for congratulations board. Because I see that despite the fact that the growth superior went down, they still managed to have a net profit on the lighting. This company is an insurance company, and in assessing the performance of insurance companies, the underwriting income, the underwriting profit is the main item, and I think that done well. But as my colleague said, we expect the company to do better so that in future we can earn dividend. As mentioned, I marked it in my own book as well, the improvement of the gross income of just 4% is to grow to the profit. And the other items also Mark has mentioned. But I want to mention on the balance sheet that is on page 66. I observed that debtors, that is trade receivables. I think it's going up. We should do something to control the receivables so that our borrowers, again on that same page, which have gone from 2.8 to 2.9, almost 3 million, can go down. If we control the receivables and borrowing can come into there, we are likely to reduce our borrowing as well. So that is an area I want us to focus our attention. All the other expenses that are out of queue have been mentioned in my colleague, and I don't need to repeat. On page 12 of the Chairman's report, it was mentioned that possibly considering rights issue to make up the increase in data. How are we sure, in view of this performance for the past 5 years, that we are not showing any problems, we are not paying any dividend? How are we sure that the rights issue will be successful? Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, the regulatory authorities, members of the audit committee, shareholders, ladies and gentlemen. And most of the items are areas slated for discussion or questions have been raised by my senior colleagues. Ralph Oluwole Osam, representing Dr. Elder A.K. Nene of the Lagos Shareholders Zone. First, I need to observe that management has done very well, particularly in the area of investment. Because in the era that we find ourselves, two things are particularly important: cost control, revenue generation, and then investment income. Where it is particularly difficult for you to raise your revenue, you must raise your bottom line by controlling costs and looking at areas of investment. The management has done well in that particular regard. I see that in note 38. Investment income moved from 519 million to 719 million. Whatever magic you have done to that, I think we should approach the same strategy in the years ahead. In the area of other operating income, on note 41, page 117, we see that, and that has been raised by Tatiwa Kennedy, there's an increase from 509 in 2018, and of course in 2019, the thing to 90. That again is quite commendable. But we need to continue with the same strategy so that in the years ahead, particularly when shareholders are looking at expectations from this company, which may not have been realized in the last 5 years with regards to payment of dividends, which, as you know, is the area of concern for shareholders. Now that borrowings are picking up, interest rates are costing a lot. And if you took money out about 5 years ago, and interests are not, dividends are not coming, you are likely to be worried. The other issue I want to raise, Mr. Chairman, has to do with the recapitalization plan. It's a major plan of the insurance industry, and it's going to be a competitive edge. It's like race to Nikki. So many insurance companies are likely to fall by the wayside, no matter the strategy being employed by NICOM to break it into two groups. The fact is that money is going to be difficult to come back in the money market. Even you can see, most companies in the exchange now have been declaring probably big losses or reducing fortunes. So we need to know precisely, Mr. Chairman and management, what our strategy is to be able to water the stocks. And then finally, it's been said, declining profits, page 36. If in 5 years, we've been singing the same song and dancing the same music, probably we should change the music tune and the dance steps. But we know that with competent board and management that we have, the future looks particularly rosy for those that can weather the storm. Because I read a particular report by NICOM 2 weeks ago, and to me it was quite emphatic that only very few are likely within the deadlines to meet specifications, and those that cross the line are likely to start battling for a very, very long time. So I think this is food for thought, and I do know, I believe very strongly that with the caliber of the board and management, we should be able to get that done. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the comments and the questions raised. We will attempt to be able to some of them, combine them, and respond to them as appropriate. Where necessary, for managing director or any of the directors to come in quickly and respond accordingly. Mr. Matthew, thank you for the congratulations. I think it's clear that at our last general meeting, we had requested from you, our shareholders, the permission to convert the holder into shares. And the group had accepted, and we are actually fervently trying to complete all the necessary paperwork. It's an extremely tedious process, and we have been trying to meet the deadline set. And by the grace of God, before the end of this month, we should be able to conclude the transaction, and thereby we will have, and I didn't know what bond means, especially from the English word bondage, and that might be the reason why we have the challenging 5 years as the other question, the other shareholder raised. Because if you remove that amount of debt payments, and including during that currency devaluation tax, this would be a completely different company. Of course, the time at which the decision was made as the company and shareholders approved it. However, the increase of the foreign exchange market made it extremely difficult to service the of course. Now, the sharing construction is one of those ways in which, by the time the additional fundraising occurs, which I think at that year we are also 8 billion capital raising. Now, what is going to happen is that we will see our shareholders, and without that debt in our books, even for this transaction, I'm not trying to rush the market or anything like that. One can say that this current financial year should be rosy, and we do believe very strongly that once that component of the debt is out, by December we are certainly ahead of the 50% requirement and this time before the half year next year. We will, by the grace of God, conclude on the rights issue, and we have a major share of the name of picking up these rights issues. Some of our shareholders may or may not, and we're looking at various help strategic investments that will come in. And by virtue of that, hopefully by 2021 and beyond, there should be AGM we should actually cover as because we have built position this company amongst its other peers in the group in the 14 or so this can make quite a difference, not only in this market but also across the region. And I have seen some other representation or the agenda. I think we have made mention of that last time. We will continue to have in our, not only in the management but also to make the necessary commitments to ensure that the diversity, the equation shifts towards Mr. Isaiah and perhaps I think she must be willing to even though she's being the vice chairman, she's the one that is driving all of us. And of course, the management here as well. And the level of disclosures, I thank you for that. And many of the other numbers, especially the specific financial numbers. I am also a particular interest in having sustainability as a business concept. It is not more a business concept, it's actually the survival of the entire planet. And therefore, looking for renewable energy solutions would basically be a very good thing for us to do. And we have to do that and ensure that sustainability becomes part of our driving our mission. So, and this I will also, and then the stationary printing down also. Those are some of those things that once you go digital, you have to make sure that you don't break papers. And hopefully also from the regulated side and others, that submission of documentation need to be done digitally. I know that the NSC accomplished, of course, some of our other regulators can also do digitally, which would help. But again, it is online, it is offline. So, I do thank you. Emily, do you have anything else that you want to add?
My chairman, from my own perspective, you covered the whole thing. All I just have to add is to assure our honorable shareholders that the management and the board are focused on turning the company around in terms of profitability, in terms of growing the business, and also ensuring that your business runs as efficiently as possible. So I'm assuring you that at the end of this year, by the time we have paid all this and the window, you will have us to smile. That's all I have to add to the channel. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I hereby that the audited consolidated financial statements for the year ended 31st December 2019 together with the reports of the directors and external auditors and the audit commission, which have already been circulated, we and are hereby adopted. Will a shareholder please rise and second the resolution?
The second, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
I, Matthew Akinlade, I write the second motion. Thank you.
All right, thank you. With those in favor of this resolution, please signify by raising their right hands. Will those against the resolution signify by raising their right hands? I declare the resolution carried unanimously. The appointment of Mr. Craig Frank Dion as an executive director. Item number 2 on the agenda is the ratification of the appointment of Mr. Craig Frank Dion, who was appointed since the last annual meeting as an executive director. In accordance with section 249 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act, Cap C 2011 2004, the Board of Directors shall have the power to appoint new directors to fill any casual vacancy arising from death, resignation, retirement, or employment, where the eligible vacancy is filled by the directors personally approved at the next annual general meeting. I hereby propose that the appointment of Mr. Craig Frank Dion as a non-executive director be ratified by shareholders. Will another shareholder please rise and stamp the resolution?
Chief Biko Adebo. The rest of the Thank you. Will those in favor of the resolution signify by raising the right hands? Will those against the resolution please signify by raising your right hands? I declare the resolution carried. In accordance with section 259 of the Governance and Allied Matters Act, yeah, C2011 2004, 1/3 of the directors are required to retire at the annual general meeting. And the directors, if eligible, can put themselves up for re-election. I now call the secretary to read the names of the current directors, and if they are indicated interest in the re-election. Company secretary. Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman, sir. I will crave your indulgence, sir. Mr. Chairman, sir, I will crave your indulgence to recuse yourself from the process on resolution number 3 because you are standing for re-election. I will also request that the chairman of the governance committee be allowed to take the resolution on number 3. To that extent, those who are standing for re-election are Mr. Karen Ababuka, Chairman, Mr. Zer Ajala, Vice Chairman, Mr. Ibikule, Non-Executive Director. Thank you, sir.
I now call on the shareholder to propose the resolution that the appointment of Mr. Kerry Ababuka, Ms. Taizia Azara, and Mr. Ikule Balogun as non-executive directors of the company be made by a single resolution.
Mr. Chairman, my name is Samuel Adekule. I hereby second this motion moving this motion that this should be done by a single resolution. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Will another shareholder please rise and second the resolution?
I, Ralph Kudu, yes, advise to second the motion. Thank you.
Will those in favor of the resolution signify by raising their right hands? Will those against the resolution signify by raising their right hands? I declare the resolution carried unanimously. I now call on the shareholder to propose the resolution that Mr. Kerry Abubakar, Ms. Taizia Adala, and Mr. Igule Balogun, non-executive directors, retiring in office in accordance with section 2591 of the Company and Allied Matters Act, Cap C20 LFN 2004, be and are hereby re-elected as non-executive directors of the company.
Mr. Chair, I only come so rise to propose a resolution for Mr. Abba, Gary Booker, Mr. Isaiah Azara, and Mr. Igwe Balogun be appointed non-executive directors, re-elected as non-executive directors of the company.
Will another shareholder please rise and second the resolution?
I, Matthew Akelade, I rise to second the resolution. Thank you.
Will those in favor of the resolution signify by raising their right hands? Will those against the resolution signify by raising their right hands? I declare the resolution carried unanimously. I now hand back to the chairman.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman. Yeah, Mr. Chairman, congratulations on your re-election, sir. I now hand back proceedings to you.
We're taking on agenda number 4, is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Agenda 4 to re-elect members of the audit committee. The secretary confirms the receipt of nomination from shareholders for election, re-election of some shareholders to the audit committee. I hereby present the nominated persons for election, re-election of 3 of them into the audit committee. One, Mr. Sam Adekunle Adedori. Mr. on you. Number 5 is Aziz Ridwan of Kikiola. The company's registrars is required to conduct the election into chief 3 shareholders, rights holders, and 3 representatives of the board presented to the shareholders as the newly elected government of the Republic for 2020 financial year.
The registrars.
Okay, we have 5 names here. Mr. Samuel Adekule Adedoyin. Those who are in support should please raise their hands. No? Okay. No.
I think they should take the shareholders.
I think they are videos. They are videos.
Please indicate by raising your hands, please. Indicate. The next, Oba Ajadi Yekini Olarinwaju. And the third, Isoluyinka Oniwinde. Number 4, Mr. Aziz Lukman Akoni. Number 5, Mr. Aziz Ridwan Okikiola.
John? Yes, sir.
Are we done with the names?
No, they are still collecting the results, sir.
The result is Mr. Samuel Adekunle Adedoyin, 68. Oba Ajadi Yekini Olarinwaju, 67. Mr. Oluyinka Oniwinde, 67.
Chairman. So the result has been completed.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Mr. Chairman. Hello, sir.
Or the subsidiary. Consider report.
John? Yes, sir. The
Are we done?
We are done. The result has been announced by EDC registrar. Samuel Adedoye 68.
1, 2, and 3.
Yes, 1, 2, 3, elected, sir.
Hereby declare that Mr. Samuel Adedoye Oba Ajayi Ekini Olariwaju and Mr. Oniwande have been duly declared elected as the shareholders representative on the board committee for 2022. To authorize directors to fix the remuneration of the external auditors. Item 5 on the agenda is to authorize directors to fix the remuneration of the external auditors who will act as auditors and financial advisors to the satisfaction of the company from date of their appointment. Under section 361(1)(b) of the Companies and Allied Matters Act, Cap C 2004, the Act requires that the configuration of the auditors should be fixed by the company in a general meeting or in such a manner as the company in a general meeting may determine. I hereby move that the directors be and I hereby authorize the remuneration of the external auditors for the year ending December 31st, 2019. Will a shareholder please read and rise the resolution?
I, Chief T.O. Adegoye, rise to second the motion. Yes.
Will those in favor of the resolution signify by raising their hands? Will those against the resolution signify by raising their hands? I declare the resolution carried unanimously. Your company is required by law to seek the approval of the annual fees payable to directors for 2020 financial year. Shareholders would therefore be requested to fix the remuneration of directors at 34,550,000 naira for 2020 financial year, comprising of sitting allowances, all fees, travel, and domestic allowance. I hereby move that the director's remuneration be and is hereby fixed at 34,034.55 for 2020 financial year, comprising of sitting allowance, annual fees, travel allowance, and domestic allowance. Will a shareholder please rise and second the resolution?
I, Matthew Akiade, I rise to second that motion. Thank you.
Will those in favor of the resolution signify by raising their right hands? Will those against the resolution signify by raising their right hand? I hereby declare the resolution carried. Ladies and gentlemen, to declare the meeting closed. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.